A new Oxfam report has revealed how the world's rich are riding out the pandemic in luxury. More than 100 million people are at the risk of extreme poverty. Healthcare workers, market vendors and small businesses are struggling to pay their bills. It could take more than a decade to return to pre-pandemic poverty levels. But the billionaires have had no such problem. The collective wealth of billionaires rose $3.9 trillion between March and December last year. The 10 richest men saw their wealth increase by $540 billion. This would be enough to lift the entire world out of poverty. It could also pay for vaccination for everyone on Earth.
We know that 1,000 billionaires recovered their pandemic losses within 9 months. For the world's millions of poor people, it will take more than 10 years to come back to pre-pandemic levels. So that's a huge gap, and this inequality is just rising. So to redistribute, we need to make sure we are taxing appropriately. And with that, we would raise enough funds to make sure we protect everybody.
The pandemic has exposed the inequalities in the global economy. Returning to pre-pandemic levels will require transformative policies like a temporary tax on excess profits. Such a move would raise $104 billion, and some countries are mulling similar policies.
So we think we need to measure what we value. So instead of GDP, let's think about what matters to people's well-being, invest in healthcare, very important, on the people's vaccine, make sure vaccine gets to everyone, make sure that we really tax appropriately. So Argentina is an example. They've taxed a one-off wealth tax on Argentinians that will pay for the pandemic recovery. And we need to also see how this is an opportunity to really transform how we think about economies.
Co-presented by Skoda. Simply clever.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.